Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be doing the church outline. It's style 231 and I'm going to do something different, and I just went and mixed a bunch of colors together. I haven't even actually mixed them together, I just put them in a bag, and I'm going to see how this turns out. I really want to do something mosaic-ish, so I think this is probably one of the best ways to do that, is to create like a rainbow mix, and fingers crossed that it turns out good. So if you happen to be on the replay, you're probably already saw a picture of it when we're done. But so I have a bag here that I went and put a bunch of different colors in. I didn't put in the snow cap or mirror. I also did not put in the disco ball. And there was another color, ice chips. I did not put in ice chips. And I might need to tweak it a little bit after I mix it, but I wanted to just show you before we craft this what it looks like. And I haven't mixed it up yet, so it's just a bunch of colors. Hello everyone. So today we had a place called Rusty Pig for lunch, and it was mediocre. It was okay. And so I did get a peach sweet tea though. I cheated today. I got me a peach sweet tea. Haven't had one of those in like months. So I thought it was a good sweet treat today. Okay, so first and foremost, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I never know how it's going to go, because if I'm being really honest, I'm still really new to crafting all of these Suncatcher outlines, and I'm doing them like a Suncatcher with crushed glass. You can craft them however you want to, but today we have crushed glass that we sell it. And so I'm going to use what we sell, right? And so I went back to the room where all of the glass is, and I took a bag. This is the 8-ounce size bag. And I just went to all the bins and I pulled out just a little bit of each color and I put it in this bag. This is what it looks like. It looks like a hot mess right now. And I'm going to shake this up and try to mix it up and make this be the whole church like body, like the outside, like all these like these openings here. I'm going to do the windows blue, like a sky blue. So all the openings are going to be this rainbow mix. It might turn out to be a complete disaster. So this is what this looks like. Thank you, Cheryl. So this is the bag. I haven't quite opened it yet to, you know, pop open that bottom to mix it. So I just wanted to see what I wanted to show you what I did. So this is probably, what would I say? A 1/4 ounce, if that. It just was like a pinch of each color. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this open and I'm gonna mix it in this bag. So you can see what's starting to happen here. There's probably a little too much chocolate in there, if I'm being completely honest. But it's not quite 16 ounces. It's just about half. So it's about an 8-ounce portion. Y'all, it's thundering really bad here. Hello, Candace. Hello, hello. And I'm just going to shake it. Like, I'm just going to mix it. And if I need to add some other colors, I will. I wanted like a rainbow mix. Like, let me just show you. I'm shaking it. See how it's starting to come together? I might have to make a rainbow mix and make this available and call it confetti. We'll see what happens. So let me shake it up. I feel like I need a color. I'm not really sure what color I would need. I want to mix it really good. I feel like it's on the darker side instead of the brighter side. So, Dylan, what do you think?
I like it.
But what color would you put in there?
What color would I put in there?
Lemon drop?
Like add to it?
Do you not think that it's too dark?
It is a bit dark.
To make it more brighter like a mosaic?
Will it not get brighter though when it's not so thick? Like that's lots of layers of glass on top of each other. If you had one thin layer of glass, it'd be a lot brighter.
But do you not feel like there's not very much yellow in there? There's not a lot of, I didn't do a lot of orange. I didn't do a lot of yellow. I did both the reds.
Yeah, I was about to say it's warm color heavy to me.
Very warm. And I did a little more chocolate than I probably should have.
Chocolate probably has like some red hues.
Okay, let me add some yellow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add some lemon drop. We're gonna make our own little mixture. There's some clear in there. I'm gonna add some more. I didn't do very much. Okay, I added this much yellow. Let me add a little more orange to brighten it up. I think I might add some pink too, Dana. Let me get some of that pink. I do feel like it's on the warmer side. For sure, yeah. And then clear. Let's do some of that. Okay. It is really pretty. All right, this is what I did. I added the yellow, the orange, the pink, and the clear. I'm going to see if that brightens it up a little bit. I love it. I love it already. Everyone says hello, Dylan. They said hello, Dylan. Shake it up. I need a recipe. Oh, it looks so much better already. Okay. It's way brighter than it was, and I feel like it's a little bit more colorful. I think it looks good. Dylan. I mean, huh? You don't think it looks brighter though?
Yeah.
It looks way brighter than it was.
Yeah, it does.
I probably added too much black and I probably added too much brown, and so I think that it looks better. This is just a mixture that I've made just now. So we have the Nature's Confetti, which is the greens, the brown, the clear, and it looks like golden honey might be in there too. Mocha mist. So this is more of the nature look, which I thought about doing the church this. So I pulled it out to do it, and then I was like, I think I want to do like a rainbow. Have you see stained glass windows, and they're very colorful and vibrant, and there's all these color mixes, and I really wanted to do that on this, and then do the windows like a blue, like the daydream blue. I think that's what I'm going to do with this. So I'm going to nix this one as the church, and we're going to go with this. Okay. We're about to find out. I'm gonna do it. So that's what we're doing today. All right, so let me, hey Dylan, can I use that cord there?
Yeah. You need a box?
Yes. I have a power strip over here. What did you just unplug? Yeah, but is it attached to something?
Last time I tried it, it wasn't working. We're trying to see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll find a box.
Sorry, I have a strip over here.
Oh, if that one doesn't work, you can just use this one.
I just need to see if my phone will charge with it. It says it's charging.
Okay, well, just keep an eye on the battery, and if it goes down, swap to this one.
Well, it's going to be above. I'm not going to be able to see it. I only have 33%.
Oh, then you should be fine.
It says it's charging. I hope it comes out really good.
It's going to keep it at 33 and not charge.
Wouldn't that be a battery problem and not necessarily a charger problem?
It's the cord not pushing enough.
Oh, that's what this is doing with the iPad. Because the iPad doesn't want to charge. Okay. All right, let me flip you guys. And then I'll show you the gingerbread man too. Let me hook this around so it's not like right in my face. Oops. These are the colors that I picked, but I'm not going to use this one. And I don't know about the rest of these. I know for sure maybe the rest of these, but definitely this one. So I'm gonna do that. It looks like a birthday party. It really does. Okay. And then let me show you the gingerbread man. It turned out so good. It's raining and really cloudy outside. I did take pictures, but do you see how the outline just kind of pops on it? It's still very soft. Like, look, do you see how soft and bendy it is? The resin's not cured all the way, so I definitely need to let it cure, but I love the mirror. I love that mica powder that we used. And then the little icing and the white. It's really cute. So this one we did yesterday in case you missed it. Okay, so let me get my plates here. And my wax paper. Actually, let me pull up this iPad really quick because I don't want to. Not be able to see what y'all are saying. Whoops. All right. Y'all, that tree we did last night was so cute. The little jars, Tiffany, these came from Dollar Tree. My hat is at home. I washed my hair, and then I just didn't feel like putting it in braids today, so it's just really a mess right now. But my hat will probably be back tomorrow because I'm gonna wash my hair tonight, and I'm not gonna do anything with it. All right, get a sponge. So this church is style 231. I need to make a Walmart run today to get some more paint. I'm almost out of this. So 231, this is the 12-inch. We also have a 6-inch of this. And I think it's gonna be really cute. You could do it at yours in different colors. You could do so many different things. The gingerbread man was very, and is very adorable. Whoops. Oh, such a mess. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. That's just gross. I think I can make that work. All right, let's get some wax paper. And this, I added these supports here to the bottom and then right here because this is actually not a Suncatcher outline, like a stained glass pattern. This was just a church. I googled church silhouette and this is what I found. And so I added these supports to connect the windows because it was all just hollow. And then I added the support here because it's still a little, but once you put your stuff in it, it'll be really solid. So I just added this. I was thinking about doing this like grass at the bottom, like the green down here. I don't really know how this is gonna evolve, but I'm gonna try it. So first thing I'm gonna do is paint the entire wood outline first on front and back. Completely optional. You don't have to do that. You can just leave it. But I am going to paint mine because I feel like it just makes everything pop. And this is one of the new outlines that we have. Today, the rest of the new ones are cutting. Like they're mostly new ones that were requested. Hello, Hannah. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it. Hello, Carrie. How's it going? Alright. I want to find a really cool like copper color that doesn't look chintzy. Or rose gold. Because I really think if we did something like that we did with the gingerbread, how it's kind of sticks up, it would look more like an outline. It's not real faux, it's not real stained glass, but it might give that look of like the leaded lines with it being more shallow. So you can kind of see there in the reflection how it's raised. I think that would be really cool. I just gotta find a color that I like that's a metallic, and I just didn't like the bronzy color. I wasn't a fan of the gold. I don't know why, but I just have not been a fan of, I don't know, I'm just not really a fan of metallics. Maybe I need to look for a spray paint instead of like an acrylic paint. Alright, so this is reversible regardless of which way you go. When you flip it over, it's going to have the same outline. Alright, let me get my dryer. I'm super excited to do this. I hope it doesn't look funny. Alright, let me flip it over. The first thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go ahead and do it. First thing. Because anything off of that is going to be just kind of the accents. I think I probably should do maybe clear in the cross. Hello, Debbie. Which I didn't get clear. Maybe I'll do the blue in the cross in the windows. When I was sitting here planning this one, I was thinking, hello, Angel. I was thinking of doing just the windows stained glass, but I didn't feel like the areas were big enough. But if someone happens to do this one and you do yours different, I really want to see what it looks like. I want to do a barn too. Not just the landscape barn scene that we have. I want to do like a barn shape. We have a little house too that I haven't done that one either. Gold or silver. I don't have gold or silver. We don't have any metallic. We have mirror. I could do mirror in the cross, but I don't have any gold or silver. I'm gonna do the church and see how it looks. You're excited to see this one completed? Me too. Me too. Alright, I'm about out of my paint. Alright. I feel like that's good. We'll make this the back side. used up all my paint. Okay. Let's dry it. So the most important thing is making sure your paint is dry. Before you stick it on that transfer tape. So Beth, this is wood, yes. Let me show Beth. See, Beth, this is what we've done with it. This one's not quite cured all the way. The resin's got to cure a little longer, but yes, it's wood. We cut them on our laser machines. All right. So, move this stuff out of the way. Put my tape back over here. My stuff. All right, let me get my paper transfer tape. So if you're new to this and you're not really sure what we're doing here, these are wood cutouts that we cut on our laser machine. I painted it black on both sides. Hello, Christine. I painted it black on both sides, and then we're gonna put paper transfer tape on the back of it to hold everything in. And Beth, I have a ton more of these that we've done that, that you probably haven't seen. Hi, Mary. Mary's new here too. Welcome, Mary. All right, so I was looking for my sticker. So this is paper transfer tape. It's like a roll of masking tape, but it's 12 inches and it's 100 feet, and it's meant for like people who do like vinyl crafts. You use it to like transfer your vinyl onto whatever project, and it's like a release paper. And so we use this to hold in all of our crushed glass and resin. Dana's new too. Lots of new people today. So this is Frisco Craft. It is paper. This is a paper, not a contact paper, not a vinyl. I've used the vinyl. It leaves a sticky residue. This one and two other brands don't leave a sticky residue. The other two brands are about $22 to $24. This one was $16. Now it's $18. I did find another off-brand that was $15. I'm gonna order it and see how it goes, and I'll test it and see, because I want to try to get the most affordable things as far as options go. But we've made a ton of these sun catchers with this. So this is Frisco Craft. So you can search Frisco Craft paper transfer tape. That's what it's called. Okay. And it's not like vinyl. When you unroll it, you've got that two-part that you peel off. This comes right off the roll sticky. And so you just unroll it, just like a roll of masking tape. And we're gonna stick our cutout on here, like so. And then I'm going to cut this and pull this off. My scissors. And then we're going to use a brayer. We're going to use a wood stick. We're going to use a brayer to make sure it's stuck to the back. And so this is how it looks. It's just sticky, and then I just roll it back, and then I just put it to the side. And now we've got our wood outline attached to our sticky transfer. I like to fold in these corners. Let's fold it a little bit higher up, just like that. Oops. You can cut those off if you want to. And then I'm just gonna fold this bottom down here. And then I'm gonna flip it over, just like this. That way everything doesn't start getting stuck. You found that one is only 50 feet. This one is 100 feet. You have to look through the little options on Amazon, and it should be there as 100 feet. I think it's the very last option on Amazon. So these are just quart size wood sticks that I got from Lowe's in the paint department, and I just put a rubber band around them. And these were left over from craft box we did several years ago that went out, and I had bundled up a bunch of these. And so you're going to take it, or you can use a rolling pin, and you're just going to use it like a brayer, and you're going to burnish it. I didn't know what that was until someone told me that it's not called braying, it's called burnishing. And you want to make sure that everything is stuck really good, all your edges, because you don't want your resin to leak, and that has actually happened. And it was a nightmare. It happened on the sunflower. I really think it was because the paint wasn't dry. But you can see as I go over it with this, it starts to change the color and it gets stuck to the paper transfer tape. You got them. Well, I'm glad that, I want to know how you like them, because if you like them, I think I might get the thicker gloves. I just ordered a new box, but when I reorder, I might order a small, like the thicker ones. Just go all the way around your edges. You start to see where it lifts up and wants to buckle, just lift it up and smooth out any folds. All right, I think that might be good. Actually, there's a little spot right here. Okay. So now we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna start filling this in with crushed glass. Now we have crushed glass, we have resin, we have these wood cutouts. We do not sell the paper transfer tape. We don't sell the little cups, you know, that we mix, and we don't sell these little cups like this. You get all that stuff on Amazon. But we have other supplies for you to craft with. All right, let's put that back. And so I like to use this little silicone cup because you can squeeze it. And you could also use the little paper cups, like little drinking cups for your bathroom or whatever from Dollar Tree, because they're collapsible. These that I use to mix the resin in, these don't pinch very good for pouring, and so I just mix the resin in these. But this one is really good for like pouring your glass in. So, in case you just got here, I went back to the room and I took a bunch of different colors of our crushed glass and put them into one bag, and we just mixed it up. And then I added some extra yellow, pink pop, the lemon drop, the pink pop, the sunset glow, and glass slipper, the clear. I added that into here, and then I shook it up again, and it brightened it up a lot. So that's what I'm going to try to make the body, or the walls of the church be more like this rainbow mosaic, you know, color palette. And then we'll do all the other details around what we do for our church, okay? Now this is a 12-inch. We have these in 6-inch sizes too. And if you teach classes, we have them in bulk packs, and we do like wholesale on things for people who teach classes and make and sell finished products. So just keep that in mind. All right, so this is not a mix you can get. If it turns out good, I might make this a batch of this, and we might bag this up and offer it, because you'd have to get all the colors to make this, and some people may not want to do that. Christine, I was just talking about that. Am I going to offer the rainbow glass? I hadn't thought about it until I was like, oh, that would literally require everyone to have, you know, all the colors. So I'm going to put this in to here, and I'm going to do this shallow like we did the gingerbread man. And I'm hopeful that this turns out the way that I envision it. So think about a stained glass window. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Instead of this being like a white church or, you know, a blue church or a green, I wanted to do it more like what a stained glass project would be like. And so this is what we got. So I don't have snow cap in this. Great minds think alike. Yeah. I thought about calling it confetti. You have all the colors but the chocolate. Yeah, so we didn't have the chocolate yet. I was waiting on the color for our set, which our set's probably going to change because gray is out of stock with our supplier for about 2 to 3 months, I think she said. So whatever gray disco ball we have is all that we have. So, which is that color right there. There's a little more pink than I like. And it is looking like sprinkles. I think I need to add in some more blue, like the royal blue. And I can just kind of sprinkle that on. I do like it though. I think it's going to be really cool. It's different. It also might just be a little too much. Maybe I should have just did the windows. I'm second guessing myself. Hello, Susan. How's it going, you guys? There's little flakes of black in there. I'm doing it real shallow. It is still thundering. Fruity pebbles. It does. It absolutely does. You are not wrong. I think it looks like sprinkles. You know, you gotta sometimes just step out of your comfort zone. Alright, I do think I'm gonna add royal blue over the top of this.
Two extra sets of duck, summer duck sitters and one extra set of ants. She said not to close out them because they're so.
Alright, let's do the other side. I'm really second guessing this. I'm like, I should have just did the windows. I could have did a yellow church. You know, we can just see how it goes. It might turn out lovely. I can't stop seeing fruity pebbles. When you mix up the resin, what makes it get really hot? Not properly mixing the ratios. Mine doesn't get hot. But I don't know what brands you have either. My resin doesn't get hot. What is filling shallow versus filling? So shallow is just one little thin layer that sticks to the backing. Filling it to the top of the wood outline is filling it completely full. So normally I fill it very much to the top where you can feel like you can feel lots of glass in there. Like it's really packed into this opening. This is just more shallow. So it's just kind of a very thin layer. Normally I'm pouring it in and like packing it in there. Who said that? Kim? Is it Kim? Said something about resin being warm or hot. If you go to Google and search why is my resin hot, getting hot when I mix it, I guarantee you're going to find an answer. But the last I remember, it's because your ratios are not, they're off. Like you had either too much of one or too much of the other. Pretty sure. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Stormy afternoon, right? It's thundering here. Thank God you were done with your project. Now, I've had that happen with the casting resin. Yeah, you do. If you got a quick set resin, it might have done that. I don't use a quick set. The work time on the resin I use is 40 minutes. And then it just starts to get really thick. Oh, it's pouring where you're at. It could be raining outside, I don't know. Not really sure. You guys like it? You don't have to tell me what I want to hear. You can tell me that it's atrocious. I was just trying to think outside the box and do something I wouldn't normally do. I was gonna just sprinkle random colors everywhere, and then I was like, oh, I think I'll make a mix. But it does look like Fruity Pebbles. Okay, church is done. I like the colors. Lightning is terrible on McCall. Oh, I don't live off of McCall, but I live by Hodgeville. Off of Blue Jay. Oh, thank you. Well, we're gonna find out what happens, because I'm not really sure. It's very nice mixed. I probably would have done the church white, and it just, I didn't want to do boring. And I'm not saying if you do your church white that it's boring, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. But my first thought was to do the Nature's Confetti, which is the brown and green and clear mix, which I really do like that. But I was like, no, we're going to do this. So what I am going to do is grab this here, royal blue, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little over the top. I feel like it just needs a little more of that. I just feel like it needs a little pop of blue. I feel like that changed that whole section just a little bit. I didn't put very much blue in there. I do like that. My church is very pretty. Well, thank you. Sunny and warm on Prismo Beach. We just left the beach at Destin, and I'm so wishing I could just be back there. So if you comment the word Suncatcher, Facebook Messenger will send you a link to this collection where you can look at all the cutouts and all of our crushed glass that we have. And you can order this stuff and you can try it. I think it needed that. still looks like Fruity Pebbles. That's okay. All right, and then I'll clean up, you know, the stuff that's in here. All right. So I used the royal blue. All right, let me get my little sticky dots. Thank you, Connie. Sticky dots. And my paintbrush. So I use these sticky dots to get the glass out of the other openings. And I just put it on the end of my paintbrush, and then I just go in and pick it up. Oh, come on. Corner. It's definitely different. And you can see how it picks up that glass. Better than trying to pick it out with your fingers like I used to. Okay, so I thought about doing the olive meadow in the windows, but now I'm almost thinking I want to do clear. I'm so torn what I should do. Let's do, sorry, I gotta finish getting this down here. Let's do green. Let's do the green at the bottom. I think that's all. Let's do the treetop, which is this one for the grass. Clear and a little yellow. I was thinking the same thing. This is like a yellow. It's like a yellow green. But I feel like there's already so much yellow here that I thought maybe clear with a sprinkle of blue. Like the clear with the daydream. All right, let's do the bottom down here. Definitely colorful.
Where's the ones I just put over
Oh, in that basket over there? I have to take pictures of the ones you have.
here? These, they didn't cut right here by the top.
What?
On that one. On that one and on that one. There just wasn't a line there.
What?
Yeah.
Here, can you clip it? Like
And what basket is it in?
that top basket right there.
Oh,
I'm out of room. I think I might be happier with the clear for the windows too. Dylan, does this look like Fruity Pebbles
it does. Or sprinkles.
or sprinkles? I still think it's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
I think I might do, what if we did chunky, the chunky clear, the chunky crystal? Is it not clipping?
No, I'm just sanding it.
I'll have to fix the file and see what's wrong.
Yeah.
looks like a fresh cut lawn.
But you can't even tell now.
Okay. Isn't the Phoenix cool?
Yeah, it is.
Alright. Alright, we're gonna change things. We're gonna change things up. I'm gonna do the chunky. Let me go get it really quick. I found it. It's right here. I'm gonna do this chunky. This is the 8-ounce bag. I don't know where my other bag is. We're gonna do that in the windows. So this is chunky. So this is the glass slipper, but chunky. So we just called it chunky crystal. And it's much larger pieces. And you can just put them in the little openings. And it'll give it a little bit of texture too, which I kind of like that. It's a little harder to pour. Is there a way to make them look like the windows are glowing? Yeah, add a yellow or a light. Possibly. You can add a battery pack. Well, I don't have the colored glass to make it into a kit. It would require like all of the colors. And I was just sitting here thinking about other ways we could use this clear or this like a rainbow mix. Do you see how large that piece is? I mean, look at that. This is the chunky pieces. I like the clear. Chunky. You just kind of have to pick through them and find the ones, kind of like the way we do the shell. Just pick through and find the smaller pieces to fill in the little openings. I'm going to do this down here. I think the last kit that I made was the Highland Cow. Oh,
All
those
new?
are the new.
Yeah, all new.
Sit it on top of this glass right here.
Okay.
Because when I'm done with this, I'm going to take pictures of that.
Okay.
Is that all of it?
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay. Do you have time? Are you leaving soon?
Yeah, why?
I don't know if you could look through so I don't have to send you like the new file. See what I did to those two that made them not cut.
Oh.
And then when you could just fix it.
Would those not be on the
I-
file you just put in the
Yes.
You said yeah, they will be?
Yes.
Okay.
They are. It might be when I was making the attachment at the top, I just didn't connect it for the hook. Is April leaving with you?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to be here for a little bit longer.
You didn't cut a 6-inch of that one?
I didn't cut any 6 inches of this. I haven't cut any 6 inches of any.
Look at the 6 inches you want.
Yes. I just took pictures of the 12-inch.
Yeah.
I mean, they look the same. They're just one's bigger than the other. I'm gonna do the door too. I really like that. So this is gonna be a little more textured and raised up than the like the shell does. But I think it's still gonna be pretty cool. I am gonna sprinkle some blue on here, I think. All right, let's do these two. And then I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of this. I think I might make the cross mirror. I think. That is a super big chunk. So is that one. It's gonna do black for the roof. You think it sparkles more? We can get all these colors in the larger size. We just didn't because we do sell a lot of these cutouts. We sell a lot of the 6-inch, and this chunky glass is not really ideal for the 6-inch because this openings are so small. So that's why we did this smaller size. But I do like the chunky a lot. Did you find out what happened, Dylan? Did you find out what happened?
Yeah, it's just not connected.
I bet you I know what happened. I didn't save my edit.
Oh, probably.
Okay. You probably can't see what's happening here, but this is looking really good in person. All right. I think what I want to do Let me go ahead and sprinkle this blue. Just put it in this. This is Daydream, and I'm just going to sprinkle it over the chunky. Just a little bit. It's just speckly. It's not really super noticeable. It's wanting to bounce off. Okay, I'm not gonna overdo it. Kind of marbly. All right, let's do this window over here. You know, second guessing myself, but I think in the end, I just think it's going to be really cute. All right. I think I'm kind of done with that. Blue is done. You can see how it just gives it a little glow. Hopefully it doesn't look bad. All right, let's be done. You like the windows? I think it's cool. Okay, so now I need to figure out my roof. Maybe, let's do, I'm gonna go ahead and do the black. I think it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna do a shallow, like a thin, a really thin layer. It's gonna look really speckly. I don't want to do a bunch of different colors, like combination, because the church part is already so colorful. I'm gonna do this. I do have brown, it's a chocolate. I like the black though. It draws your eye to the top and it makes it feel more structured. Just my observation. Let's spin this around so you can see what I'm doing here. I do think it needs, I thought about like putting something like glowy. I'm like, what glowy thing would I put there? I don't really know. This could be like a skylight. We could do the chunky there to make it and add that blue. Why don't we do that? Do chunky in there. So it'll be like the windows, but right here. Then we'll add that blue in. Silver. Well, I'm gonna do mirror in the cross. I think it'll be okay. You gotta trust the process. Some really big chunks in this. I think I'm making some pretty decent choices considering I was second guessing myself. Yeah, I'm gonna add blue. It's looking unique and interesting. Well, good. All right, make these big chunks back in here. So the thing about the chunky crystal, this chunky stuff, is there's little pieces and then there's like really chunky pieces too. You'll be leaving soon. Well, I hope your mama's appointment goes well. All right, I'm happy with it. We can move that resin back, or move the glass into the little openings when we add our resin. Definitely making a mess. For sure. All right. Just let it be. Okay. I think that was exactly what I needed to do right there. And now I'm going to put mirror in the cross, which I did not anticipate doing. So let me grab that. So I didn't use this. Let me get some mirror. Oh, thank you. I mean, it's different. For sure. That was too much. Pull some of that out of there. All right. Made a little mess, but that's okay. All right, I'm happy with that. Okay. Looks good. All right, so we used mirror, we used daydream, chunky crystal, treetop. I sprinkled on a little extra of this royal blue on into the rainbow. We used cosmic coal and then this rainbow mix. And I'll have to figure out if I'm going to be able to do that. I'm not sure I can get every batch to look like this. That's my only concern, is a recipe to make it look that way. It'll take me some trial and error. I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to let this be my inspiration right here. Alright, so let's get our resin. Oh, gosh. I really do like this. It's so pretty. All right, we have a resin here. Let me get my gloves. See, this box is already empty. Got me a new box. I'm gonna need 100, I know for sure, probably 100 milliliters. So, what we're gonna do, oh my goodness, I cannot put my glove on. So we're gonna mix 100 milliliters of this. You like it, Cheryl? Thank you. It's different. It's colorful. The church outline, we cut and manufacture the wood outlines. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'm going to show you. Hold on. So we have these laser machines, and they cut all these outlines. So this is a tree of life. Pumpkin with the flower, a leaf, that's a sunflower, and we have all of these machines. And so my business makes craft supplies for people to craft with. And now I'm the only one left here. They've all gone home. So we have two of my oldest sons, they work here. Dylan runs these machines with Mason. So I have two people that cut and pull off literally the entire day. And so they send files and they run them, and then when they get done, they pull them off and they can just keep resetting it. And that's what we do. They do all day. April is my sister. She pulls, she labels all the orders and pulls them. And between her and my dad, they both pack orders. And then Kyler, he is he's who is doing with Zach. They bag and package all over the glass. And then my dad also does our t-shirt club and our subscription box. And then my daughter-in-law, she works from home. She's my assistant, and she handles a lot of the like customer service, back end, website, administrative things. And yeah, so we make wood cutouts. Not just these, we make other craft kits for crafting. And so that's what we do back there. So now you know. If you comment Suncatcher or collections, Facebook Messenger will send you a message so you can go to the collections and see all the little goodies that we have. All right, so now we're going to mix up our resin. So we have this resin in the shop. This set is $10. You get the A and B, and you can do about 2 12-inch, a little more. And then you could do 3 to 4 6-inch with the resin that we have. And this way, you know, you can get it on Amazon, or you can get it when you get your wood cutouts. It's completely up to you. But we do make this available in case you want to get it. So that's what we're going to use today. And I'm going to start mixing A and B. And I'm going to mark 50 milliliters A and 50 milliliters B on this cup that is very hard to see. Sometimes I cannot figure out where the lines are, and so I rather mark them than guess. And I just put my little lines there, and I fill right up to those lines. So we're going to do part B first, and I already opened these. So B's going to go in first, and you can see that I have it's a little cloudy. That's normal, especially when it gets colder. So if you set it in the, like if you let it warm up, it won't be as cloudy. But it's been pretty hot here, so we've got the AC running full blast. All right, this is part A. And it's going to go into the top line. And I'm doing 100 milliliters. For this. I may need to mix more. I don't know. And I just go right up to the line. And so this is what I've used. So there's B and A. So I can do about 2.5 with this. Maybe 2 12-inch and a 6-inch. All right, now we're going to mix this, and mine is not hot. It's ribbony. You can see the little ribbons in there, and we need to mix it. And so you mix it really good. I don't find that mine ever gets hot and warm. But it does get really cloudy, and then it'll get clear. But I do know if your ratios are off, it can have a counter reaction. I do know that. But my cup is, this is really cold. In fact, I'm going to use heat to warm it up to get some of the bubbles to pop. I like to scrape this little stir stick and go around the edges really good. You just don't want, like, watch videos and tutorials on how to mix resin. They tell you, like, you can have a residue like left on the outside of your cup, and just that little bit of resin can cause like hardener and resin not mixed together can cause it to not cure or be sticky or flash cure. So, but I've gotten pretty good. I still don't know how to get exact measurements, but I've gotten really good about my ratios and mixing it. So I've done pretty good with that. But I've also learned from watching other people's videos not to mix large batches of resin because it can flash cure. And so I just get these little cups. And I think we're about mixed. So I'm going to get my heat tool because my cup is still cold. And I'm going to warm up my cup to help pop some of these bubbles. And this is 220 degrees. And I'm just going to keep my cup moving just to warm it up. Don't microwave it. Like, don't do any of those things. Like, if you have a hair dryer or something and you don't have like a heat gun or something like that, use something that just can warm it. But definitely don't warm it with like any, you know, don't put it on a stove. You just want it to help, like the heat helps change the consistency of it. Makes it a little thinner, like, you know, warmed up syrup, and your bubbles will pop really easy, a lot easier. Some people use a little torch or a fire. I don't have any of that, so I just use my heat gun. If you get it too hot, it can flash cure. I have learned my lesson with that one. And now it's really thin and runny. I still have a little bit of bubbles, but they'll pop. And it's clear. And so it is ready to go. So that's how it looks now. All right, so we're gonna grab our church. And just like I did the gingerbread, I don't wanna overfill it. I just wanna fill it just a little bit to cover the glass. I don't want it to be mounding, you know, super, super full like I normally do. We just want to do a subtle little drizzle over the top. I'm going to go ahead and do this door. Our little windows. just drizzle and it'll self-level. Like I probably overfilled that. I probably overfilled these two. Do our black here. I may have mixed too much. Guess we'll find out. All right, let's do the bottom. All right, now we're gonna do the church part. I really like to make sure I get the edges really good. And it's gonna look like all this chunky glass that's very isolated is gonna look like it starts to melt into different colors. It's really cool. All right, let's let that kind of level. Let's come over to the other side. My iPad died, so I can't see what you're saying. Just drizzle. This has about a 40-minute work time. So this other side. And then you can kind of see where it's kind of heavy right there. Go ahead and add just a smidge more. Let me get my little tool here. I don't want to add too much because then it'll be over full. I think that looks pretty good. See some white spots. Just a little there, and a little there. You just want to make sure that you got everything covered. And I'm not filling it like I normally do to the tippy top. I'm just kind of doing it very shallow. It's not quite up to the top of the wood outline. A couple of white spots. Oh, I'm stuck to it. Alright. Let's do our cross up here. Really cool mirror look. Alright. I don't really want to do too much in some of these areas because I feel like I got quite a bit. I think I got everything really covered. Maybe that one can use a little more, like a smidge. When I say like a smidge, I'm like a drop. I really like that blue in there. Looks really good. This looks pretty good too. Just make sure all your glass is coated. That way when the resin cures, it doesn't fall out. There was nothing in that corner. All right, that looks great. Let's check this one. Not there for sure. I really like how this looks. All right, now I just want to work on making sure that the outline, the outer part of our church, like the walls, look really good. This is our Fruity Pebble church. I still think it looks cute. This side. We're gonna have quite a bit left. Yeah, it's fine. Normally I fill it so full. That looks pretty good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is make sure that we cover our wood frame. So it has a little gloss, like our gingerbread has, just a little bit. It looks like everything is good. All right, let me get a paintbrush. And I'm just gonna go around this wood outline with kind of what's already here. Weird bristle. Now I love to coat the outline. Totally your preference. If you want to, do it. If you don't do it. I'm trying to move some of this extra. So I'm just using what's already on here first before I go and add any more. There's a little extra. Take this stick out of here. Yeah, I've got a whole lot left. We'll have to do something with it. I need to find a 6-inch. I'll find one really quick and we'll do something. So you just dip it in your resin and then just paint it on like you're painting. It's clear. And we'll see where it goes. If you see any glass on the wood, you could just move it to an opening where that way it's not like on the wood. Get your brush caught up in there, just fix it. Big chunk right there. See how it's sticking to my brush? There's not a lot of resin. I just can pull that away. Here we go. This is the boring part. Go along our edge. Let's do this. go ahead and do the bottom down here. And this side. Try to not have it leak. So I'm just pulling from the little openings towards the edge. There we go. Let's do this here. And this top here. Well, I really do like it, even though I was not really sure. Definitely different. Where did it go? Where did it go? Just dropped it. Oh, right there. It was just a little too big. I'm trying to think in my head, like, what should I do with the rest of this? Which ones I have. Do alcohol inks, like mix alcohol ink in this. Or we could put some paint. Do that too. All right, that's done. I think I got everything. I think I missed anything. Just making sure. Okay, I have about 30 milliliters left, which I did not think I was going to have any left. So that is very interesting. Let me clean my hands off. Do you do any Highland Cow or Sunflower crafts? Yes, we actually have a Highland Cow cutout. We have a ton of Highland Cow and Sunflower crafts. We did this sunflower, which I did the outline brown. Some people may not like that brown, but we did that. And as far as like Highland Cow crafts, oh, we have a ton. I was looking for the outline. Here is our Highland Cow that we did. As far as these go, we have a bunch of other Highland Cow stuff. Let me go find a cutout that I can use for that. This is style 133. It's a snowflake. I'm gonna do this snowflake with alcohol ink. and some mica powder. So I'm gonna move this to the side, and we just did our gingerbread man yesterday, but it's not cured all the way, so I need to lay it on a flat surface. Let's do blue paint. Hang on. Let me get my bearings here, because I only have so much work time with the resin. So let me spray this. Let me spray this with alcohol. So this is just 99% alcohol. Helps pop bubbles. I'm just gonna spray it, and then I'm gonna just move it aside. I gotta clean my mess right here. Oops. So I have it dripped. Alright, let's move this over. Got my brush, my little stir stick. I have a mess here. Slide this over. I love my church. I think it looks fantastic. Okay, I don't want to move it too much because I don't want to cause it to leak. I use alcohol to clean up my resin that drips. It's very messy. Sorry, I'm trying to work quickly. Okay, let me lay this wipe down. Right there. Okay, I'm gonna take these gloves off, and I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna try to do this pretty quickly. I'm gonna paint my outline blue instead of the black. And this is, like I said, 138 or 133, and this is a 6-inch. And this is a custom mix I did with I don't remember what I did with it, but it's blue. I'm just going to take some of this blue and paint my little snowflake. Oops. And then we're going to put some transfer tape on it, and we're going to fill it in. Maybe we'll do some glitter. Ooh. Some gummy gunkies. I don't want to waste that resin, so I'm going to try to do this really, really super quick. Wouldn't that be such a cute ornament? All right, let's dry it. Flip it over. Do the back side. I think think I might put glitter in here. You could put a bow on this. I'm just gonna lightly go around the edges since I'm doing it in a color. I mean, it's not perfect. Let's dry. I think this is winter blue mixed with white. All right, we gotta work quickly here. Get our little transfer tape. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this whole piece. Need some better scissors. Fold in our corners. Let's pray that it's dried. Little edges. Flip it over. Let me see what glitter. What do I have here? Let's do. That's really pretty. I want to do a color. I want to do something that's kind of neutral. Ooh, let's do that. Maybe that. Oh, this one's iridescent. This one kind of goes with the color. But this one's really pretty too. It's more icy. Let's do this one instead. Oh goodness, I'll deal with that later. Alright, let's put this into, oh, I need gloves. Let's go gloves. Ah! It'll be fine. Running out of time. So this is just going to start to get thicker and it's going to be harder to work with. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of this glitter into here. I don't want to do too much. Somebody's probably going to tell me that's not enough. Let's do that much. And I'm going to use a little stick. to mix it. Oh gosh, that is so pretty. Oh my god. And I don't even like glitter. Look at that. That is so spectacular. So now that it's been sitting here for a minute, the cup is really warm, so I think it's just starting to cure. But holy cow, that is so good. Oh my goodness gracious. This is too cute. I'm just gonna put it in and let it level. That is your hanging hole, so don't cover it or don't fill it. I'm making a mess. This is so messy. I do like this though. I'm gonna put this on my Christmas tree. I think I'm gonna have enough. It's definitely goopy, which is probably normal. Sorry, y'all, I'm not trying to ignore you. I can't, my phone's above me and my iPad died. And I'm just trying to work really quickly here. This would be really cool to do the glitter and the night lights like this, like the nightlight covers. Ooh, I'm gonna run out. Okay, please let me have enough. I have 2 openings left. Oh, come on, come on, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, come on. I like that it has a little bit of pink in the glitter. Very, very pretty. All right, I think I can make this work with what's here. That one's really shallow. All right, let me take my brush. Just go over. That looks shallow there too. Kind of barely going over the edges. This needs to go over this way. What do you guys think? Do you like this one? The colored outline with the glitter in the resin. I think it looks pretty good. So thick. I have a feeling I'm going to have to clean up the edges. Alright, I think we're at the end of where we started. I'm going to add a little bit of alcohol, just a smidge. It looks so good. Around our little messy areas. Definitely dripped a bunch down the edge. All right, what do you guys think? You like my snowflake? I'm gonna try to zoom in with my fingers so you guys can see. I can't pick it up, but it's very glittery and iridescent-y. It's blue, like a gray blue. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Let me go get a cardboard. So at least I can raise it up so you can see. Let me get this little piece of glitter off of that. I don't really necessarily want the glitter on the outline. Some right there. There's a piece right there. If you just look at it, how it just shimmers. Fairy-like, yes. Yes, so this was style 131, I believe, right? 131. It's upside down. This is the hanging coal right there. So you can hang it. And this is a 6-inch. You cannot see the full effect of this with the lights glaring. We really need to see how it looks when it cures. So I'm gonna let that sit there. Okay, let me clean this up. And we did our church, which I'm obsessed with. Our Fruity Pebble church. We don't need, I'm going to clean my brush really quick so I can use this again. And I just spray the alcohol on the bristles like this. And then I just try to clean it out the best I can. And then I'll stick it over here. And then I'll use it probably one more time. And then this is the glitter we used. It's got those little pink flakes in there. See, looks so good. Alrighty. That stuff out of the way. Definitely work on a surface that you can clean up really good if you get resin on it. Let me take my gloves off and I'll show you that glitter. So this is the glitter I use that I got from Amazon. Let me zoom back out. This is what I got from Amazon. If you can see the item number there. It's little tiny, kind of like little sample sizes. And there's a bunch of different colors. This is the bottom. And I don't do a lot of glitter stuff, so that's why I didn't order a lot of glitter. I just kind of got the variety pack. Let me put this back in my drawer. And I didn't use all of it. I just used a little bit. And then this is our little snowflake, which I'm going to let that kind of cure. So we did our snowflake. And then we also did the church, and I did it with like a mosaic look. Turn the lights. Turn them off. The lighting is not good over here. As you can see, it's like, it's not good. But this is how it looks. Let me zoom in just a little. I got some bubbles that I need to pop right here. I'll do that here in a second. But this is what our church looks like. Turn my light back on. And there's a little bit of like a reflection here. But it looks so nice. Okay. I didn't plan on doing 2 of them, but it worked out okay. We used what we had left over, and I'm really excited to see how the church cures. I want to see what it looks like when we pull the back of it off, the backing off, and we like see how the light shines through, and hopefully it looks good. I did do like the green grass, and I did very, you know, colorful and fun. I feel like the only way to see like what you may or may not like is if someone tries something different and it's new. And so I'm like, I'm gonna just make a rainbow mosaic kind of looking stained glass church. And so that's kind of what I was thinking. I wish it were not as fruity pebble-ish, which now that someone said that, I cannot get that out of my head. Maybe more on the side of like a specific color mix, like maybe all like blue shades or the pink shades. I think it's pretty. I think it's gonna be really cool looking. I think it would have looked really cool with the nature's confetti, because somebody had said something about like a natural stone or brick look. I think it's really cool. You like them both. I really like the snowflake a lot. I think it's really cool. I'm curious to see how the light passes through it. I am going to put that on my Christmas tree. Don't think for one second that I'm not going to do that, because I'm 100% going to put it on my Christmas tree. I'm probably going to put a really fun bow on there that will tie into my Christmas tree, and maybe a little bit of greenery. And I think that's going to be really cool. So I think that that one's going to be good. And I think as the lights on my Christmas tree shine through that one, it's going to look really sparkly and fun. And so I am 100% loving the snowflake for sure. And there's a couple other snowflake designs too. I don't remember what the style numbers are, but you can just go look. But let me show you before we go really quick some that we just cut. And you'll get to see how they look. These are all new right here in this bucket. Not all of these are in the shop, and I'll tell you which ones are not in there. But I want to show you these in case you haven't seen them. Okay, so 226 is this one. There's another one with a jack-o'-lantern face. I am not sure what this is called, a hamsa. This is, I had a, I think her name's Jody, reached out and said, do you have like this design for like the Jewish community? And I'm like, I can make one. So there's a couple of them. There's this one and another one, which is this one. That's the back. This is the front of it. So if you are part of the Jewish faith, we have the Star of David. We also have menorah, the menorah. We have that. That was in a previous release that we did, so it's before this one. It's probably going to be in the hundreds, the numbers that are in the hundreds. And then we did the home plate with the bats and the ball. This is 230. Football, this is 229. It's the football here. Basketball is 228. Then we have the frog with the jack-o'-lantern and the moon in the back, and it's got the little hat on there. This is very like for like Halloween spooky season. These two, I'm not sure what the numbers are because the numbers fell out. But this is the girl gingerbread, this is the boy gingerbread, and then we have the gingerbread we did yesterday. That's the oval with one, just a like a gingerbread inside of it. This one has the icing parts that you can fill in. The other one didn't. So these are two different ones, and these come in 6-inch too, so you could do these like ornaments as well. This is the bear. We had a request for a bear. So this is what it looks like. And this number just pops right out. This is just a style number. The gingerbread house, we're going to be doing this next week. I think I'm going to do this next week. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow. It'll probably be next week when I do it. And that one is $245. Okay, we've got a raccoon here. It looks a little angry, but that's just the way that the design is. I don't know. But it's $243. We had a request for another cross design. This is more of like the mosaic style cross. So this one's different than the barn quilt cross. Peace sign. We had someone ask for peace signs. So we've got this one. This is a fox with the butterfly, some greenery, and it's like a teardrop shape. Can maybe also do it to look like a dog, maybe not just a fox, but that's what that looks like. And then we have just the fox itself. We had some requests for, can you do foxes? And I'm like, well, this is what I've come up with. So that's the fox shape. This is a reindeer. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is like the scarf, the body, the outline, the ears, the antlers, an open area, and then like the head. It's very kind of whimsy and fun, super cute. Somebody asked for tortoise / turtles. This is what I've got here for the turtle lovers. And then we have this one I just put in. This one was requested. So this is style 244. And somebody sent me a design and said, hey, can you do this? And I didn't want to do it, copy it. So I added some extra rays right here. And so that is like a sun, and you could have it like be an ocean or mountains or whatever. I don't know, but. And then this one was also sent to me and requested, and I also did not want to copy this. So I just basically went and found dragonfly parts and I changed the body down here, made it more bubbly. I took out the line that went through the wings and opened those up. And I did do some changes. I added these lines in here. I'm certainly not trying to, you know, when people send me things, I'm like, I can modify it, but so that's a different type of dragonfly. We have another one that's just the bottom, that's more oval, and it just has the bottom area. That one here is style 250. This is a rabbit. This is not in the shop, so these I'm about to show you are not in there yet. Dylan just cut these. So I just got these done. Requests for rabbits, and this is, if you ask for rabbits and you don't like what I picked, you're gonna have to be a little more specific and tell me specifically what you want, because it's really hard to choose. Somebody asked for more of a neutral wreath, and I'm like, what do you mean neutral wreath? And this is what I came up with. Again, not sure. Sorry, there's this is not in the shop yet either, so this one's very neutral. And you could do it fall colors, you could do it Christmas colors, you could do it spring color, you could do it all kinds of colors and make it whatever season you want. So that one's not in there yet. This one was requested also, can you do something cowboy or western? I'm like, I don't know what you mean by that, but I'll try. So this one is also not in the shop yet. It is a cowgirl / cowboy hat, and it's got some flowers across the front, and it will be style 256 when it is put in there. We had some, can you do candies? What kind of candies? Like when y'all ask me to do, can you? Go to the internet, go on Google, screenshot a picture of your vision and send it to me, and I will do my best to go and find it. Otherwise, this is what I've come up with. Candies, can you do candies? Sure, here's this one. And then here's this one. I'm like, okay, we got 2 candies. There we go. Because they're gonna be like this for ornament size, or like the 6-inch size, okay? Can you do a Christmas gnome? Yes, I can do a Christmas gnome. So this is the Christmas gnome. It's just got a little Santa hat, the beard, mustache, feet, very simple, super neutral. Christmas gnome. This is the other candy. I don't know if I showed you that one. Then we have the peacock. This is the peacock. There was not a lot of peacock options, and so this is the one that I stumbled across and was like, I think that's doable. The other ones had really very tiny, teeny tiny openings, and I was like, that's going to be really difficult. So I went with this one. So if you ask for the peacock, that's what I came up with. And if you ask for a phoenix, this is also what I came up with. If you're wanting more of just the phoenix itself, then I will have to isolate this and make it just this part of it. But y'all, the requests are so odd and different, and we'll end up with 1,000 different cutouts, because unless somebody is like super extra specific, like somebody asks for a church, somebody asks for, you know, all these things, and there's just so many different ones to choose from, or I'm trying to think of, that I'm just not sure what to do. But I will show you. This is the last release that we did, which is behind me. We have these candy canes, which we did the 6-inch version of. That is style 181. We also have a bat. Somebody said, can you do bats and skulls so I can add them to my wreath? And I'm like, a bat and a skull. Okay, here's you a bat. And then somebody asked for a skull. It's in here somewhere. Hang on. Skull. I'm just going to go through these. They're not in any particular order. Green guy. This is the green guy. We are not calling it what people want to call this. It's just the green guy. This was a pair of earrings that I blew up and put little hangers on and turned it into a Suncatcher. Outline. This is the, this one was also sent to me. It's like a witch profile, which you could do whatever you want to, and it is style 222. This one's really popular right now. The Snowman Trio, this one was also sent to me. Can you do this one? And I was like, let me figure out where to find it. So this is how it turned out. I really like this one. It's super cute too. The first request for a basketball themed things was the basketball with the net, and then they said, no, can you just do a basketball? So if no one likes this, it's fine, but we do have 2 basketball options. Another request for baseball was, can you do a baseball theme? And so I'm like, a glove and a ball. And then it was like, well, what else can you do? And so I did the home plate, bats, and the ball. And so that's our options there for sports related. This is the Joy. I know it's backwards. Let me flip it around. This is the Joy with the ornament in the middle. Got that. Someone asked for something more gothic as far as like a window, and I'm like, gothic, okay. Hope this is gothic enough. Y'all can't leave me to just make all these decisions. This is the Day of the Dead skull. This one was also requested. I think it's super cute. May not be my cup of tea, but I think it's really fun. This is that other one I was telling you about that has the jack-o'-lantern face. If you're having a hard time envisioning what the jack-o'-lantern face looks like, these would be your eyes right here. This would be the pumpkin color, and then your nose and your mouth. And so it looks like it's got angry eyes. So if you just kind of can envision that there. Let's see. Where's the, I don't know where the other skull went. It must be over there. This is the fireflies in a jar. So we had summer requests for, can you do summer type things? That's that one. Can you do elephants? Can you do elephants? Sure. This is what the elephant is that I found. Hope you like it. Find anything for the fire department. Not anything that was a Suncatcher. There are some different logos. And they aren't a outline like this. So if you have a specific fire department, I know you sent me an example of something. If you have something you can find that is more narrowed down, then I will have to hand draw it myself since I can't find anything. So before I go hand drawing it, I'd like something a little bit more specific to go by. That would be really helpful. All right. And as far as the Harley Davidson sign itself, I cannot make the Harley Davidson thing. I made the cutout for my dad, and it was given as a gift. And so not making it and selling it. Unfortunately, I just don't want to pay for the licensing for that. But I had another request for more hummingbird things. And so I found this square. Thought it was kind of cool. This one was like Christmas poinsettia / holly. It's more like that. So I did that one. Plain pumpkin. So we had the mosaic kind of pumpkin, and then we had like the flower pumpkins, and then somebody said, can you do a plain pumpkin? Yes, we can. There it is. We did the 6-inch version of this one right here. This one's really, really popular right now as well. This one is just, it's a kind of tall, really would be a really cool leaner. It's just some trees that could be Christmassy or wintry or just kind of cabiny. With like the moon / sun. It's whatever your envision is for this one. We had some religious Christmas wise men requests, and so I did do this one here. Then we have this, which is that like stackable doll, and it's got that little scene on its belly. I know you guys know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. It's got the little chimney smoking in there in the belly. If you haven't seen any of these, you gotta go check them out. These are all pretty fairly new. Pineapple, really cool for summer, great for your backyard. We had another request for a sea turtle, and so I did this one. Birthday, can you do birthday? Yes, we have a birthday cake or a cupcake here. This was more of like, whatever that is, like an oceany, wavy sun thing. So this is what I came up with for that one. Tiki, this is where we had a lot of summer requests. Can you do like some tiki backyard things that I can put in my backyard? Sure. Can you do a fish because we want a fish? I'm like, you could do a fish. There's a bunch of different fish, but this is what I came up with. This little fish right here. This one is Halloween. It is that black crow sitting here. There's like a book and a potion, the window, a dripping candle. It's a really cool like arched window vibe for fall. Stockings, can you do stockings? We have a stocking here, and then it will hang like this, and you could hang this from your chimney or your mantle. If you wanted, if you did the smaller ones of these, you could do a little garland. Another Halloween scene is this one right here, the pumpkin with the crow and a bat there. I did like a variety of like, let me do this, and so there's going to be like a mix of like Halloween, Christmas, summer, neutral, like every day. More summer. This is another like bird here, and I know with the number here it's kind of hard to see. This is the beak and the head is turned to the side, so if you pop out 194 and you look at it this way, you can see what it looks like. And it's like a toucan or a parakeet or whatever it's called. And then there's another version. One's going one way, one's going the other way. Actually, they're both going the same way. It doesn't really matter, but one's turning their head that way, one, you know, their body's facing each other, but these are the two different ones I found. And then we kind of stopped at 190, I believe. These are some of the more traditional styled stained glass patterns. There's this one, this one. This is a Christmas tree with lights and slash ornaments. And then there is this one. This one's more of like, I call it like the bathroom tile. Really cool. We had some Swift fans who requested, can you do this for a party? So I did. It is just a girl holding a microphone, but they happen to be fans of Miss Swift. We had requests for new surfboards, so I came up with these two. So 90 is the original surfboards that we have. This is 192 A and B. You get both of these. So this is a little bit different than the other surfboards. Let me show you those. Where are they? Right here. So these are the other surfboards that we did. The turtle. And then we have the palm tree. Oh, I just nicked that one. And then we have the lighthouse, and then just the waves. So you could incorporate all four of them with each other. Presents. So again, all of these can be our 6-inch versions as well. Make great ornaments. Santa head. We've got a penguin. This was the original candy canes. It left out my little bottom pieces, so I had to go fix that. This is that house I was telling you about on the hill. Really cute. This is the plain jack-o'-lantern there. No hat. This is a haunted house. This is the other wreath that is more for Christmas. And then we have this pumpkin, which this pumpkin's really popular too. And then we also have this bear. So we had, what other bear can you do? And so we have the bear head, and then we have this one. And then this is more of like a fox slash dog on a blanket, kind of resting. And then let me get this other bin and I'll show you it. Oh, there's so many, y'all. This is 173. This is the other snowflake, and it looks like this, so it's a little different than the other one. Let me take those right there out. Those are out of place. This is a straw. Somebody said, can you do strawberry? Here's our strawberry, 172. This is another Christmas poinsettia. This is the cat on the books. This is the truck with the Christmas tree. Seahorse. We had seahorse request. Super cute. Breast cancer awareness / awareness ribbon. I did this one. It doesn't have to be for breast cancer. It could be any ribbon color you want it to be. This is a tree with it's like the old-fashioned tree with the light bulbs. This is going to be really cute. Duck requests, mallard requests. I've got this one. This is that Star of David I was telling you guys about right here. This one is a snow globe with the tree and the bow. That's 163. A unicorn. So I did this one. This one is the witch shoes and the dress for Halloween. This is a pinwheel. Got a snowman face. We've got the hot cocoa. I'm going to be doing the train. I'm going to go ahead and leave this out because I'm going to do this train for Christmas in July. I really want to do this one. I think it's really fun. So this is 157. Leave that out. We got a rainbow right there. Ghost for Halloween. The eyes look like jelly beans, I think. Someone asked for a Volkswagen style. This is what I found. I think this is so cute and it would be so fun, colorful. All right, this is the tractor. Oops, tractor cutout. A majestic angel. That would be this one. We have another angel. I guess someone didn't like that one, and so they wanted this one, or they just wanted more varieties. So we've got that one. This is the rolling mountains and the river, requested by someone. So you can see the trees, the mountains, the sky, mountain, rolling river, rocks. It could be grass, whatever you see. Like, this was what was requested. This is the menorah I was telling you about right here. This one is the candle with the little greenery at the bottom. This is another flower, kind of whimsy. This one I'm 100% doing. I love this one so much. I'm gonna leave that out, but we're gonna do that during the fall. This is Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus, window and the little star in the sky. This is the other bat version right there. This is the other Santa face. The other one's more chunky and open. This one's got more of the lines. This is the pumpkin with the flower there. I did a dinosaur because I thought, what can we do for boys? We've got a unicorn. We need a dinosaur for the boys. So I did this. It's really fun. We had someone ask for the ducks, and so I did the duck with the umbrella with the raindrops coming down like that. We are going to be doing this one. I have it over here. I cut an extra. This one was requested a while back and I just haven't got to it yet. very distracted by other things. Santa coming out of the chimney. Then we've got the hat on the spider web. The pumpkin owl. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. I'm obsessed. I want to do this one. I'm going to leave that one out also. This is the 12-inch version of the snowflake we just did right here. It's very pretty. This is the mistletoe with a bow. This is the regular gnome. Not the Christmas gnome. It's just a regular gnome, but you could have done the regular gnome Christmas colors. And put a little like something up here maybe. Cute little duck. Here's this one. She's really fun. That would be cute for spring. This is just succulents or, you know, whatever. A lotus flower. This is bells with holly and berries. The leaf shape. This is the like the yin yang sun. We have this frame pumpkin. Looks like that. Really cute. We've got the nativity here. This would make a really cute ornament too. And then we've got this tree and the teardrop. And then before style 122, there's a whole 122 styles that I don't have here. I gave them to Dylan and then I took out what I wanted. And so I don't have them. He's got them in baskets over there and he will just go pull them if we need them. But these are the ones I've recently cut that I've just been pulling out of to craft. And yeah, so in case you've missed the new things that we've done. Oh, and let me show you these. I also have like these arch stained glass. Looks like a little arch stained glass window. And then here's that other seahorse. I made another one because I was going to craft it, but I haven't got to it yet. Let me show you the ones I have done in case you're here and just curious because you haven't seen them. Not all of them are here because I have taken a bunch of them home. But some of the ones, oh, and we have these ornament packs. These are sets of 4 ornament size styles. And then we also have a set of Christmas light bulbs that are just the openings that you can make them into little light bulbs, and they're 4 packs. So this is a 4-pack of ornament styles, and they only come in this size, and you get all 4. So keep that in mind. There is 147 and 146 are the styles. All right, here's that sunflower. The light in here just does not do these justice. We really should look at them outside. But that is our sunflower. This is our heart with these stars and star and stripes. This is our bubble and brew cauldron that we did. That one's cute too. This is one we did that we had leftover resin. I didn't even paint this, and I did a very light dusting of resin and then sprinkled in some crushed glass over the top, and then I had then I filled it in, and it just looks really shiny, and it's just got a little bit of color. I did some alcohol ink with that. And this is one I told you we did in a 6-inch. We did UV resin with this one. And so that is that pumpkin. So super cute. I love that. This is the sunflower that we did with the Deco Art Triple Thick. And then this is the cardinal we did with the Elmer's glue. These are the candy canes that I showed you earlier in the 12-inch. We did this also with UV resin. This is our super fun turkey. And I did this one, Did I do this on brown? No, I think I did this black. It's our turkey. The light shining on it is really kind of hard to see, but it turned out really, really good. And then I already showed you the surfboards. Try to angle it so there's no glare. Love those surfboards. Showed you the Highland Cow. This one is extremely popular right now also. Everyone's obsessed with it. The lighthouse. And we did like a gradient. We did a shell. It's really cool. I like this one too. The mushroom was right up there with the Highland Cow. And then the crab. The crab is at my house, I believe. I think it's sitting on my kitchen counter. But this one is one of my favorites. We have the flamingo. We did the flamingo together, and I took a shell and did the eye, and I put a little black dot on the eye. Did it kind of colorful. We have our mermaid. And you know I could not help myself. I had to do like, you know, the Little Mermaid theme. This is completely inspired by Miss Christine with her little highlight that she did with hers. And I did do a mix of the snow cap and the mirror and the sleeve. I really like how that looked. This is what it looks like here. Love that one. This is that barn I was telling you about earlier. And this doesn't hang. This one you can just lean. You can do whatever you want to with it. It's really cool. I did this one, and y'all, this one evolved. This one 100% evolved. So we did a little mirror bridge. We did the little water running under the bridge, and we did the beach and the grass and rocky, you know, rocky areas and like the sun setting, and it was really cool. And so this is how I did this one. The whale's tail, this is the first one we did with UV resin. Somebody had said they had problems with their UV resin popping through, and this one did not, but the tree, this one did. And I had to recoat this whole thing. I had to add a whole coating over the top of this because all of my little openings were popping out. All of my resin was popping out of this outline. So this one did, but this one didn't. And so this one was the first one we did that way. So I like the whale's tail a lot. We also did this one with the chunky clear. So you guys can see we use that chunky clear on our church today. That's what that looks like there. It's very textury. And then it was the first one no, this is like the camper, I believe, is the first one we used a mirror on. But we did the mirror, and then we did that gradient in our water, and then we did the shell around. I love that. And then this was our tree. We added glitter, and we did the mirror. It's really fun. And then we did the camper for all the camping people. I did more of a glamper. Did it very vibrant summer colors. My rooster was inspired by Jill. We did change up a few things. This one is also pretty popular. I didn't realize how many people are chicken mamas until we were like, all the chicken mamas. This is the girl with the umbrella. I love this. I love that I added glitter to her umbrella and made it kind of, you know how you have those little like plasticky see-through umbrellas and they've got like something in them. That's what I was trying to do here with this. And I gave her a pink dress, purple shoes, a purple handbag. She's standing on the rocks with the grass, and she's just kind of looking out in the field. It's very pretty, but you can do your own interpretation on this. This is also one of the most popular ones, is the Tree of Life cutout, and I really like this one too. We did the clear with the Daydream color, which is what we also added to that church window. The sea turtle is really popular as well. I love this one, and you can see how I added the little clusters of glass on the top to make it seem a little textury, so it looks a little more realistic, even though it's just a, you know, it's just a Suncatcher. But I love how this one turned out. And the eyes are black. It's so hard to get an idea of how it looks. And then we did, there we go, you can kind of see the green with the underside that's lighter. And we did the Nature's Confetti with the royal blue with that. And then the crawling sea turtles are this one here. And they're crawling along the beach. This is a sand / shell. And then the ocean is out here and it's just like washing out. And that's how mine turned out there. And then let me go get the other one. We've got this little pumpkin that has a stand. This is how I did mine. We did the big one too. I knocked it over the other day. So my stand is now got to be re-glued in. So this is the bigger 12-inch, and then I did the little 6-inch to go with it. Super duper cute. And then we did the hot air balloon. Hang on, let me go grab that. Here is our colorful hot air balloon that we did the other day before I went on vacation. And then yesterday we did our little gingerbread guy with the mirror. And this one's still curing. It's still really flexible. It's going to take probably, it takes about 3 days to fully solidify and be like this. I mean, it's really, really rock hard. So, I mean, it moves a little bit, but not near as much as this one does. So this one's going to finish curing. And then we've done night lights. I did the lampshade. Let me show you the little lampshade. For the spindle insert. And this is how I did mine. If you don't like the way I did mine, that's fine. But this is the spindle base, and this is the lampshade here. And I added the crushed glass and resin to this too. And it's just really cute. So we've done quite a few things since we released this collection, and I've been trying to like venture out, do more stuff, different color combinations, showing other ways that you can use, you know, the stuff that we have to craft and just have fun. So anyways, it's cool. So that is my presentation, just showing you guys all the things that we've worked on recently and some of the things that are new that you haven't seen, stuff that we haven't got to, and stuff that we have done that maybe you might have missed. And then we also have like other cutouts that there's over 2,000 of those. There's just so many. There's so many like crafts to do. There's just a lot. So hopefully you go check those out. If you comment the word collections, that will trigger Facebook to send you a message that will give you the link to our collections page. If you comment Suncatcher, it'll take you to the page that has all of the everything kind of put on one page that is related to the crushed glass, the resin, the cutouts, the Suncatcher things, anything kind of related to that. The only thing that's not included there is like the night lights or our earrings. And then there's some other cutouts that we have in our shop that you just kind of look through them and see where you could utilize the crushed glass and resin to add those accents. You just kind of use your creativity for that. But yeah, so these new ones I showed you, I have to finish taking the pictures of them, and then I will put them in the shop, and they'll be available soon. And then I do have a few more requests that I just haven't got to. Like somebody asked for a giraffe, and I'm like, this is so hard to do. There was another request that I had that I was struggling with. There's a couple other requests that I had that I was just not sure about. But if you go through all of these and you see something that we don't have, and you have an idea or something that's kind of visual to help, you know, figure out what it is you're looking for, if you send those to me, it's really helpful. And then the next thing I'm working on is fall and Halloween. I did a small fall release. The rest of the fall and the Halloween are coming towards the end of this month, so keep an eye out for that. Right now we're focusing mostly on Christmas in July, and we've transitioned like through patriotic. We still have a little bit of summer happening, but mostly people are starting to order like fall and Halloween and Christmas, and so that's just what we're experiencing. You may not be ready for that, but there are people who are. And so all of the winter, Christmas, fall, and Halloween are all active in the shop. I've reset them. I've reactivated them for this year. We typically turn all of those off so that you can't order them. So they are in there. So if you go to that collections or comment collections and go to that page, it's going to show you like all the seasonal holidays. You'll be able to go look at everything. And you can also add things like log in to the shop. Create a wish list, and you can create little wish lists for like gift ideas, Christmas crafting, saving it for later, or like upcoming seasons. You can create several wish lists in your account and save them, and then you can move them around in your account whenever you want to check out. And that way you don't have to go looking through the whole shop. A lot of people utilize the wish list rather than just putting everything in their cart. So if you've never been to the shop, register, create your account, and then you can do all the things in there and keep track of it that way. And plus, anytime you have any questions, if you message me in the chat on the shop, then I can see who you are, and that way we can communicate a little bit better that way too. So anyways, I'm going to let these cure. I'm going to finish up my things that I need to do today, which is basically taking the rest of these pictures. I'm going to go home early today, and I may craft tomorrow instead of tonight. It might be flip-flopped. I don't know for sure, but I do have Christmas crafts to do. Depending on when we eat dinner tonight, it's going to depend on if I do the Christmas ducks tonight or if I do the Christmas ducks on Thursday. So we shall see. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you missed it, we did the church cutout in a 6-inch snowflake. They turned out really good, and I will let you know about the rainbow mix. I'll let you know what I can come up with, because I really want to make sure that if I do this, I can create consistency. And so I need to play around with some formulations to get the right color, because that nobody sells a mix like this. You just kind of have to make it yourself. And so I don't have that, but I'm willing to do it if people are interested in it. That way you don't have to buy every color. And because I'm like, I don't want you to have to buy every color just to make a rainbow. If that's not necessary, if you can order a 2-ounce rainbow that I mix, I'd rather do it myself than you spend all the money just to create a rainbow mix. Like that would just be silly. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'm gonna play around with it and see what happens. I did not pay attention to the quantities that I used to get that, but we'll see. Y'all enjoy your evening. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I will see you either this evening or tomorrow evening. So y'all be blessed and be inspired and